Well, time to do another. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Um, as you can see, I'm quite the artist myself because there is no way a person that's a teenager could make this much artwork, which is absolutely insane. But hey, I did it, so let's get into it. Now, obviously, there is an absolute lot, so not everything will be uncovered, but this is the stuff that I will be uncovering today. As you could see, yeah, you could tell that I'm a Universal boy. Yeah, Universal kid. I have enjoyed all their movies, and always loved their theme parks ever since I was a kid. So I have decided, to draw a lot of things. So around that studio. So be prepared to um just be prepared to be shocked by how I did all of this. I believe the best ways to start is this. Yeah, this is I decided to do this. This is the stuff owned by Universal Pictures worldwide. So you got E.T., Jaws, Despicable Me, The Minions, Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, Back to the Future, a lot of the cult icons. Fast and Furious, Scarface, Nope from Jordan Peele, An American Tail, I forgot the name of this dinosaur movie, but I remember it from my childhood. Schindler's List, um, The Mummy. We have King Kong. We have um, Frankenstein. This thing. Um, what is technically considered the ripoff of Toy Story. Then here is the um okay, so I may have drawn them a little bit goofy. Um uh yeah, I know. Um Probably a couple of you are asking what happened to E.T. and Elliot. Truth is, I was not the greatest artist back then. If I'm being honest. The only thing I mastered was the DeLorean. And that was it. Everything else here is just uh um I basically rendered and squished. um Pretty much I was a fan of these four movies back then, specifically from Universal. Um Jaws, E.T., Back to the Future, Jurassic Park. I was a tiny bit mistaken for Back to the Future being a Steven Spielberg directed film. That is in courtesy of Robert Zemeckis, a totally different director who made such iconic hits such as Forrest Gump and Roger Rabbit. And yeah, I mistaken that, so that was partially my bad. But anyways, yeah, this is kind of just how I began. It was a little crummy and just really was not as perfect as it could get. So you're gonna see a lot of things that are like, um, you know, why does it look like that? Like, what did you do to him? Like, this is just the start of an art journey. This is how you started off. So you're gonna see a lot of that throughout the video, and on to the next one, I guess. Yeah, The Flintstones. What an iconic sitcom this is. This is before I watched any other shows from the same company that made Scooby-Doo and this. So this is before that. Um, I love this show. I'm pretty sure a lot of you love it. I made this with Posca markers. Here, let me get it. Hang on. Here it is. I made this. I think this was supposed to be like some sort of like archived art series that I ended up forgetting over time. That I was gonna do more. I was gonna do more like, I don't know. I was gonna do more, I think, with actually, now that I think about it, now that Me TV Tunes is a thing, and I'll be uncovering that shortly. I might do more with like Woody Woodpecker, Bugs Bunny, Popeye, the Sailor Man, Scooby Doo for sure. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, I think this is the start of something new for my art videos. So stay tuned, everyone. Stay tuned. Here is the next one. Blumhouse. This is if you're a fan of horror, I'd suggest you watch them. Otherwise, if you've seen all these movies, comment down below what movies you have seen from this horror studio. Obviously, we have a lot here. We have Five Nights at Freddy's. We have The Purge, I think. Hang on, let me find. Yeah, there you go. There's The Purge. We have who remembers this? Jordan Peele's Get Out from Blumhouse. That was an iconic film and still is. Trying to see here what else. The Black Phone. We have, I'm trying to see here, Happy Death Day. Trying to see. We have a Megan. We just have a variety of films from this company. I adore all of their films. Not all of them. Some of them I've been terrified and shocked by, but half of these I respect, and a quarter of these, I mean, I haven't seen all of them. Back in October, around a year ago, I watched some of these movies, not all of them, since some of them have like frightening imagery, lots of blood and gore and stuff like that, but I watched a few of them. I'd say they're very good. Overall, their movies are really great, so I highly suggest you watch all of these movies. And now we move on to the next drawing. We're doing a 2-in-1. This is everything dedicated to Steven Spielberg. I know I should have done the one with the Back to the Future, E.T. and stuff like that, but I'm deciding, let this just be a Steven Spielberg filmography side of things for this video. As you can see, we have Jaws, E.T., and Jurassic Park. Same thing with this, although there's quite a few more films. We have the aforementioned 3, Indiana Jones, Schindler's List, like I've said before, The Color Purple, War of the Worlds, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and Ready Player One. Who's even seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind? Comment down that below as well. If you remember seeing that movie, I honestly, I really wanted to see that film. I could tell that it has some personal stuff behind it, with the director of the movie as well. So I mean, overall, all of his movies are great. That's what I'll say about it. They're really all perfect in their own right. War of the Worlds, that's fictional. Schindler's List really tells uh, uh, really tells history. Jurassic Park really wasn't still as innovative for its time. Jaws really brought the terror and suspense. E.T. told a beautiful story. Indiana Jones, comedic and just so fun and adventurous in its own right. And personal story, another personal story, I should say, for Spielberg himself. Um, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Ready Player One takes the book to new heights, and then eventually, The Color Purple tells, I think it's a very historical and good film. So I mean, overall, Steven Spielberg is the greatest film director ever. That's what I'll say. So there's nothing else to say about him. He's just one of the greatest ever. Despicable Me. Okay, but jokes aside, though, I decided, I saw Rise of Gru. It was way better than Despicable Me 3 and better than the first Minions movie. So I decided, why not take the best Despicable films and put them together for this thing I would like to call Despicable July, because all these three films released in July. And so here we have Dave. I forgot I think this is Stewart or something. Yeah, I believe this is Stewart, the one-eyed minion. Then we have Bob right here. And then we got Rise of Gru, in which, this is actually, if I'm gonna be honest, this I decided to do after I was done seeing this movie in theaters. I didn't want to do the Gentle Minions trend, unfortunately, where I dressed up in a business suit, because that was a meme for a while. But I mean, pretty much, this film is among the levels near as good as Despicable Me 1 and 2. And then for this is to promote and celebrate what is at the Universal Orlando Resort. This is what it is. You have some minions falling. You have some that are like banana and just where they see like their favorite food ever. You have others who are excited. Some who are bragging. Some who are holding on tight. And then you got others who are kind of squished, and like there's one up there that's like, I don't know what he's doing, but I think he's trying to move this minion out of the way, Otto. So, and then we got the purple minion, and then we just got a bunch of these yellow Tic Tacs just going around everywhere, screwing around and whatnot. This is just promotional material, you guys. So, Tic Tac. So, you remember how I said that I included one of Jordan Peele's movies? Yeah. The ultimate tribute towards him. I have nothing to say, so we're going to move on from Jordan Peele. So, yeah. Speaking of thriller. Now this one, Uh, this one was in honor of 100 years of Warner Brothers. So here we go. We have The Iron Giant. Like I've said before, Steven Spielberg's The Color Purple. We have, I think this is Skull Island, Reign of Kong, I believe. Polar Express. The Gremlins. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. You can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on that. The Barbie movie, Space Jam, the Lego movie, Happy Feet, The Meg, not to be confused with Jaws, Pinky and the Brain, Poltergeist, Detective Pikachu, It, Duck Dodgers, Lord of the Rings, Titanic, The Looney Tunes Show, Suicide Squad, The Joker, some classic Looney Tunes with Bugs Bunny, Harry Potter, DC, and then finally, last but not least, Animaniacs. And Blue Beetle, I forgot. And Ready Player One from Steven Spielberg. And Aquaman. I always forget him. And then and last but not least, we got Buddy from Elf riding on top of the train. So yeah, this is it for the Warner Brothers side of things. We're moving on to more huger brands that I've stuck to. Okay, I'll speak for these two. This one, unlike this, well, actually, this one and half of this are to celebrate the 40th anniversary of E.T. the Extraterrestrial back in 2022. That's when I made these. This one we'll put away. And this, yeah, celebrating 40 years on Earth, only in IMAX, August 12th of 2022, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. This is the only one that I watched. And then we have Experience, the original summer blockbuster. This is going to have a 50th anniversary soon. So stay tuned for more art with Jaws. September 2nd, 2022, Jaws, director Steven Spielberg invites you to see it in IMAX for the first time. Now, this is 3D. That's why we saw E.T. instead of Jaws, because this was in 3D for one, and two, I've already seen both of these films a lot of times, but I've never seen E.T. in cinema, so that was truly something amazing. Jaws, I wish I could see in theaters. I hope that Universal Pictures will release it again. We'll re-release it alongside like some special edition stuff. And as a matter of fact, I do have a Jaws magazine. Hang on, let me get it. Here are all the Steven Spielberg style magazines. So as you can see, we have The Ultimate Guide to E.T., The Ultimate Guide to Jurassic Park. This is for the 40th anniversary of the film. And this is for 30 years of this film. And then right as we head to Jaws, you'll start to notice that this is an older issue for the film. 45th anniversary. So it's not the 50th anniversary. And what ticks me off about this a little, well, not a whole lot, is that it doesn't say the Ultimate Guide, which is kind of a little bit upsetting, but I mean, I'm more than happy with what I have. I'm not trying to be selfish or anything, so that's why I still have these. And yeah, you're not supposed to see that just yet. You're not supposed to see that. That's for another time, okay? Please. Here it is. Yeah, this is it. we're doing Universal Studios Florida once more, you guys. Hooray! So we got the opening day and some later attractions throughout the 90s. So, for example, we have a lot. I'm not going to go into full detail, but we have everything from the opening in June 7th of 1990 all the way up until December 31st of 1999. So this is every single attraction, with the exception of Men in Black. I accidentally thought that was a 90s attraction, but whatever. But overall, this is just the start. Honestly, everything does not look correctly shaped. I mean, look at King Kong. Like, look at him. He looked like as if he woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Which he always has, but it's a different occasion this time. Ghostbusters. Boy, his head really got crooked when he became a ghost, didn't he? Jaws looks like a fake shark. Earthquake. What is happening here? Back to the Future. We have two references. This is fine. E.T. is cool. It's fine for what it is. The boys on the bikes. And then you start to question what happened to this man, like right here. It looks like as if he's wearing like an army helmet or something. You got the Nickelodeon logo, which what did I do to it back then? And then animal actors, you have that. I'm trying to see here what else. We have we got the clock tower from Back to the Future alongside Twister. This is a lot, I know. We got Hanna-Barbera, and I'm questioning, what did I do to all of them? Like, what did I do to Yogi Bear? Scooby-Doo, what did I even do to him as well? And then George Jetson from the Jetsons. Oh my goodness. He does not look like the same guy who's the dad from the Jetsons. Moving on. Great. Just when I messed up with Hanna-Barbera, I messed up with Nicktoons. Wow. What did I do to Jimmy Neutron? Also, why does E.T. look a little weird and terrifying now? Jaws, he's even more of a monstrosity than when I created him here. He looks simple and plain here. That's the issue. This, on the other hand, just looks menacing and terrifying. We have Disaster here, because Earthquake is no longer a thing. We still got Twister. We no longer have Ghostbusters because that's what we replaced. We have Terminator 2, which is what we had. As always, we have the Simpsons ride. We have Hey Arnold. We have Arnold from Hey Arnold from the Jimmy Neutron attraction. We have Men in Black right there. We have the Blue Man Group, which is what replaced Nickelodeon Studios. We have the animal actors. We have Barney the dinosaur, which he was on here as well, his name. We still have Beetlejuice. We still have Frankenstein. Alfred Hitchcock is gone. He is now. They just painted him green. That's all I'm gonna be saying. We got the Mummy. It's just the logo here because I didn't have any more space to put it, so there you have it. And here is the final one for now. I kind of feel like this is outdated quite a lot. This is the 2010s Universal Orlando. So we have the Mummy. So everything is re-upgraded. So we don't got Hanna-Barbera anymore, or unfortunately, we don't got Jimmy Neutron either. But we got Despicable Me Minion Mayhem. Pretty much the 2000s was an interesting time to be a Universal Studios fan, because a lot of attractions were being replaced. They really did not know what to do. They were sticking to the hottest brands and IPs. But now Universal is it's in a mixed state at the moment. But I mean, they're getting Epic Universe, so that's a plus. But let's start it off. So, like I said, Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem, Revenge of the Mummy, the ride with not only like one of the guards, but also a track. So there's that. We have Jaws. It somehow turned British. RIP Shrek 4D. We no longer have Murder, She Wrote. We instead have Transformers The Ride 3D. Obviously, of course, Men in Black is still there. Fast and Furious. Unfortunately, that terrible attractions were replaced. The former disaster and the former earthquake, the big one. And then we got Jimmy Fallon, which is the current placeholder for Twister, Ride It Out. Then we got we have Roller Coaster. The Simpsons ride, it's still around. It's going to be disappearing in 2028, so I might as well not include it in the next decade list. We have another Minion attached to it. We have Frankenstein, and then finally E.T. and Elliot only by themselves. We no longer have what was originally this. But so we got something like this, because the last one that we did not have that. It only had E.T. inside the crate. So on the bicycle. So we implemented that into there. We kind of still have Barney. Well, no longer, but we have it here for this decade. We still have Blue Man Group for this decade, and both of those attractions have closed since. Beetlejuice is also gone thanks to Fast and Furious. Thanks to the Fast and Furious Hollywood Tram Tour / its own attraction in Orlando. And like I said, and we have Diagon Alley and the Simpsons ride and Gringotts that replaced Jaws, unfortunately. So and then we have the current slogan, Let Yourself Wow. Pretty much everything was always like, ride the movies, and then see the stars, ride the movies. But now it's just Let Yourself Wow. And that is the Universal Studios Florida / Orlando resort location. Christmas, I thought it was August already. Alright, but jokes aside, I think we should start off with these. Now, these are what I consider the Cartoon Network holiday side thing. So, without further ado, here we go. We have Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory, all suited up for the holidays, and just like everyone else. I did some goofy and silly names for the different themes that he has. So we have Dexter Elf Genius. We have Ready for the Snow. We have Ugly Sweater Time, and then we have Yummy Gingerbread. Yeah, these were interesting. Yeah, these were interesting times. That's what I'm saying. Kids Next Door, what a classic. Pretty much I decided to go with many different themes here. So, he's dressed up as Santa on the left corner. The top right corner, he's a Christmas tree. He's an elf in this one, and then he's a snow boy, so there you have it. Yeah. Alright, so here's how we basically did it. We did a parody of Elf on the Shelf with Eddie on the roof, of him dressed up as Saint Nick himself, him becoming a gingerbread like Dexter, and then we have a snow teen. So there you have it. Who remembers this 2000s show, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy? This, unlike these shows, along with Kids Next Door, the next few that I'll be talking about is completely like, these two shows are completely like barely mentioned from Cartoon Network. The only time they're mentioned are in the reruns of their specific series. But yeah, we have them dressed up as, we have Mandy dressed up as like these different versions of herself. So we have like yummy gingerbread, ready for the snow, Grumpy Elf, and then we have a parody of Mrs. Claus, I guess. Okay, here's the next show that I think is most likely underrated. That is right, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. If you haven't taken a look at my Cartoon Network Nickelodeon collection, you'll notice that I have Nickelodeon Cake Toppers. We have the Cartoon Network 90s and 2000s Funko Pops. I even did this artwork. Yeah, it's absolutely huge. I might uncover it in a different video, but that's going to be saved for another time. And then, if you didn't notice, I have the complete series box sets in honor of Cartoon Network's 30th anniversary for Ed, Edd n Eddy and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I have both of the complete series as part of the Cartoon Network 30th anniversary DVD collection line, even though that was a short thing. But continuing on, what we wanted to do is that we decided, gingerbread, a parody of The Grinch, ugly sweaters, and then another Ready for the Snow. And then finally, here is our boy, Courage the Cowardly Dog. We have Muriel's cold outside, wrapped up, the Grinch, and Eustace's ugly sweater. And mind you, you're not supposed to see, when I moved it towards there, you're not supposed to see that just yet. So stay tuned for that. And the moment we've all been waiting for, the final drawing. This is it, the Disney Afternoon. Now, if you guys do not know what this block of cartoons are, this is a block of cartoons, as I've said before. So here we got a bunch of things happening, but I'll be telling you the shows instead of what's happening. We have DuckTales. Who remembers that show? I honestly remember it fondly. Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Darkwing Duck, your obvious ones. Tailspin, and Gargoyles. That's what everybody remembers from this block, but there's a lot of obscure things, There's also Goof Troop that everybody remembers. And then we got a lot of the series that got neglected. So we have over here, Bonkers, the Gummy Bears. Trying to see what else around here. Aladdin, the cartoon, the Schnookums and Me Funny cartoon show, the Mighty Ducks show, and then Timon and Pumbaa, and then Quack Pack. Who remembers Quack Pack? But I mean, overall, this is the first ever successful drawing that I've ever made. So everything that you've seen before was leading up to this point. And so here we are. So here are all of them. And this has gone through a journey. Yeah, this has gone really through a journey of how I ended up becoming an artist. So if you guys want more of this, stay tuned. There's going to be more along the way. And so, yeah, this is the first ever video, I believe, in the art series that will have my voice in it. But until next time, you guys, see you later. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about this. This, I believe, is the grandfather out of all the drawings. Because as you could see here, I recorded this and I showed you all of this. I am not even lying. You have the Universal logo, but instead of the regular logo, it's the characters within it. And so it just shows you all of the films, whether they ranked the highest grossing or if they were the lowest grossing films ever. They're still here. So I mean, yeah, this is the grandfather of all of them, and I'll see you guys next time. Laters.